Lady. Hi. Hug. Thank you. All right. What's on the agenda for today? Hi, Azul. Well, we have this section here that it's 1 year old actually. And what we're going to do is, here comes Petra. We are going to plant a beautiful rose here and create in this area a sort of tea garden. That's the hopes. So I'm gonna remove all those bricks and we'll meet in a few. Having a ball finding all the insects in here. It's such a great fertilizer. Let me remove this so they don't get hurt. As much as I hate when they do that, but the thing is that they also fertilizer, and I actually need to do that. So maybe I let them play for a little bit, because I do need to move the dirt a little bit, and they're doing it for me. The girls are doing it for me. Go find your own. Find your own. It's the rose that we're gonna put there. I got this, I believe, Home Depot. And she's already blooming, so she needs to go on the dirt. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I call it therapy to just go over there and eat very healthy food. We visited the caverns. I'll try to insert some pictures here. But I also got Azul and Cocoa some goodies. And they're having a ball. These are my beautiful girls. And there they go. The girls have done an amazing job tilling the soil for me. And I'm just gonna add some eggshells now. Fertilizer. On this day, it was 80 degrees and my neighbor decided to start playing music and blasting the radio, and therefore I'm gonna have to finish this video with some voiceovers and some relaxed music. I enjoy watching videos, gardening videos, cooking videos that are more ASMR driven. And as much as I wanted to share all that with you, the music, will be a copyright here on YouTube, and I wouldn't want that to happen to my channel. Friend, if this is your first time here, my name is Mariana, and I am very grateful you are here doing some spring gardening with me. In the winter, things look very dark and gloomy, but now that spring is here, things slowly are turning into place. We still need more time until everything blooms, but this area, it's going to be completed by the time this video finishes. It has been a very hectic year, 2025. I started really good, posting every single Wednesday videos about gardening for you, because I am trying to fine-tune my channel. By the way, this is chicken poop that I have collected throughout the winter, and I mixed it with pine shavings, and I use it as fertilizer to, feed more nutrients to the soil. Is something new. I am not an expert garden, by the way. If you are around and this is your first time, I do it as a hobby, and I am trying to fine-tune my channel, and I think it's going to be towards home and garden, but I don't know at all. I want this channel to be a growing community where we can come together, sort of like a Facebook group, and we could learn from each other. And when I make a mistake, I would like for you to gently tell me what mistakes I'm making so I can become better. And therefore, when I'm sharing things here on YouTube in this community, not only I benefit from whatever you are teaching me, but others who also join can benefit as well. And we could all learn from each other. So there are garden experts out there. One of the biggest channels is Garden Answers. And I watch every week my fellow New Jerseyan James Pierogi, and I will include those links down below. So those to me are like gurus. Those are the ones I watch. But here on this channel, you'll see me that I'll make mistakes, or I will ask you questions, or you teach me stuff, and we share ideas. And we're going to be doing gardening all year together. I am going to try to get back on the groove and post and stay consistent, which is hard, especially because I work full time and I'm also taking some college credits. So I have a very full schedule. And I love to cook, and I would like to can. I also challenging myself this year for every month to learn something new. Anyhow, I did not end up doing a tea garden on this section because I remember that everything that I had planted for the tea garden was gonna go on my green stock. And therefore, what I decided to do here in this corner, this is the backyard, I decided to add some flowers that will come back every single year. So basically, I hope, because last year I tried the same thing and it did not work. The only thing that grew beautifully here was the zinnias, and if I find a picture, I will insert it here. But other than that, that was the same plant I had last year. My lavender died, my basil died, my rosemary died. Of course, those things like basil and rosemaries, they do die, but I did not expect the lavender to die. This year, I decided, as I'm like with this rose, I thought it was going to be more a tea garden, but I changed my mind and I created more like a pollinator place for my backyard. Another fun thing is, I don't remember, maybe 5 years ago, I had my raised beds that I had made out of pallets in the front of my lawn, and I loved it, except that unfortunately my neighbor, he always had a problem, and I don't understand why, because I maintain them really, really nice. And in fact, the city that I live in pushes for people to grow their own food. I belong to a group of the county that are pushing for this. So this year, because my chickens, they roam at least 2 hours per day in the backyard, and then I have my dogs, I decided to start moving slowly back to the front lawn. There's more sun there, and I planted some trees. I planted an apple tree and a plant, not a plum tree. Yes, a plum tree last year. And I'm going to start moving things in the front now because of money expenses, and gardening can be expensive. So far, I am moving my buckets and my tote boxes to the front. I may do a raised bed, a couple of raised beds with the pallets that I have in the backyard, or with some cedar wood from Home Depot. Stay tuned so you could see if that's gonna come into place. But that's the idea. So a lot of gardening stuff. Now, in terms of my home improvement, the situation is money. You need money to fix your home. And right now, the biggest renovation that I have that I need to do is the kitchen, but that is going to take a very long time. So friend, if you love gardening and you like to come along with me and be part of this community, please hit that subscribe button so we could become friends And you could also support this channel and make more friends in the comments down below with the community that will be joining us. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this beautiful day here in New Jersey. So here you have the final look for you. For me, I am going to put a gate, something to protect this, something from my hens, because they do roam in the backyard until everything grows and until I can make this usually my girls are in this corner, and because of the winter they're somewhere else right now, so until I don't set them up, then I have to protect whatever I'm growing. Actually, I'm going to show you how I'm doing this, because our last frost day is April 15th. We're still gonna have some cold days. Plus, I have the hens. So that fence that you see, the metal fence, is from Amazon, and I can link it down below. These are some plumbing pipes, PVC pipes, I purchased them at Home Depot. I can put them here, and I usually cut them. I bought a big roll and I cut them as I need them. These have been already cut from last year. So I'm actually gonna create a little dome there. And I forgot to tell you, I think I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of chamomile here too. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I am just gonna tie something on the top. I'll show you, hold on. Just a garden stake. And I'm gonna do this basically for stability. Well, it looks like I need a longer one, or I need two. I'm gonna try to find another one, be right back. To switch the plane, I think I wanna do this better. So, here we go. We're gonna use this is mission accomplished. They're not gonna be able to go there. I did poke some holes for water to go in there. I put the bricks back on for now. And I also tie some pieces of rope there so the wind doesn't fly away again, because we're still waiting for some cold weathers. And this way they can germinate and grow beautifully, and we could have a beautiful garden for all the pollinators in the backyard. Plus, I will no longer have to worry about, right, Coco? We no longer have to worry about spending money and growing things in this bed, because that will grow forever and funny ever. Because look, they're like, what happened? We had a new place. What happened? No.